You've been sleeping for quite a while. I think they noticed that you never left the building last night. The cameras were searching for you, but they couldn't find you. I have you hidden too well. I kidnapped you. Don't be afraid. I'm not going to hurt you. I'm only going to keep you for a little while. Try not to wiggle, though. You're inside something that came from my old pizzeria. I don't think it was ever used, at least not the way it was meant to be used. Too dangerous. It's just big enough for one person to fit inside, but just barely. We're in the scooping room. Do you know why they call it the scooping room? It's because, dummy, this is the room where they use the scooper. I thought that would be obvious. Isn't that a fun name for something? The scooper? It sounds like something you would use for ice cream, or custard, or sprinkles. It sounds like something you would want at your birthday party to ensure that you get a heaping portion of every good thing. I wonder, though, if you were a freshly opened pint of ice cream, how you would feel about something with that name. Thankfully, I don't think a freshly opened pint of ice cream feels anything at all.
Electronic parts are tightly compressed and fastened by the spring locks located in the inside of the suit. It may take a few moments to position your head and torso between these parts in a manner where you can move and speak. Try not to nudge or press against any of the spring locks inside the suit. Do not touch the spring locks at any time. Do not breathe on the spring locks, as moisture may loosen them and cause them to break loose. In case of the spring locks come loose while you're wearing the suit, please try to maneuver away from populated areas before bleeding out as to not ruin the customer's experience. As always, if there is ever an emergency, please go to the designated safe room. Every location is
First, we will discuss how to operate the mascots when they are in animatronic form. For ease of operation, the animatronics are set to turn and walk towards sound, giving an easy and hands-free approach to making sure the animatronics stay where the children are for maximum entertainment/crowd-pleasing value. To change the animatronics to super, insert and turn firmly the hand crank, provided by the manufacturer. Turning the crank will recoil and compress the animatronic parts around the sides of the suit, providing room to climb inside. Please make sure the spring lock is fastened tight to ensure the animatronic devices remain fit. We'll cover this in more detail.
Did you know that I was on stage once? It wasn't for very long, only one day. What a wonderful day, though. I was in a small room with balloons and a few tables. No one sat at the tables, though, but children would run in and out. Some were afraid of me. Others enjoyed my songs. Music was always coming from somewhere else down a hall. I would always count the children. I'm not sure why. I was always acutely aware of how many there were in the room with me. 2, then 3, then 2, then 3, then 4, then 2, then none. They usually played together in groups of 2 or 3. I was covered in glitter. I smelled like birthday cake. There were 2, then 3, then 5, then 4. I can do something special. Did you know that? I can make ice cream, although I only did it once. There were 4, then 3, then 2, and then 1. Something happened when there was 1. A little girl standing by herself. I was no longer myself, and I stopped singing. My stomach opened and there was ice cream. I couldn't move, at least not until she stepped closer. There was screaming for a moment, but only for a moment. Then other children rushed in again, but they couldn't hear her over the sounds of their own excitement. I still hear her sometimes. Why did that happen?
Who are you?
I am my father's bloodlust. I am the child that died blindly.
Elizabeth?
I just want to make him proud.
I wouldn't do that. Let me out of this! Don't. I'm assuming you're the one abducting kids in this area. I told you not to speak. It's not an order, it's more of a suggestion. Don't you know what you're in? Your girlfriend. Oh, you're amusing! But no, you're not in a costume. Those suits are designed for 2 purposes. 1, to be worn around by men like me, and 2, to be used as animatronics like you see on stage. All of the animatronic parts are inside that suit, held back by spring locks. Understand? This is a spring lock suit. Watch. Okay. The spring locks can trigger very, very easily. You're wearing one of Henry's first suits. Who's Henry? He's dead. Anyway, that's one of his suits. And if you trigger those locks, 2 things will happen. Firstly, all of the spring locks will loosen and drive deep cuts into your body. Secondly, all of those animatronic parts, all the sharp metal and plastics will be driven right into your body. You will die. It will be slow. Feel all your organs being punctured and the suit will grow wet with your blood. You will try to scream and scream for help. You will find your vocal cords severed and your lungs filled with your own blood as you drown in it. How do you know that? I've had practice, of course. Don't move.
Who are you?
I'm Charlotte.
Why are you here?
I just want to find my brother.
I'm sorry. You won't find him here. You just met the last guy who was here in the other room.
Who did that to me?
The bastard locked in the sealed room. I killed him.
Why don't you leave?
I can't. I have to make sure he stays dead.
But if he's dead,
I will never rest as long as he's around. It's that man again.
who?
He comes in here every night and tries to take the others.
What do you mean?
There's something very important that I've learned how to do over time. Do you know what that is? How to pretend. Do you ever play make-believe? Pretend to be one way when you're really the other. It's very important. Laura never learns. But I do. They think there is something wrong on the inside. But the only thing that matters is knowing how to pretend. I'll turn on the camera. That way the security guard can find you. Now all you have to do is wait. I'd recommend that you keep the spring locks wound up. Your breathing and your heartbeat are causing them to come loose. You don't want them to get too loose. Trust me.
Why is there this constant smoke?
Why is there this constant smoke?
What?
What?
Who are you?
Who are you?
Stop copying me. Stop copying me. Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up.
Shut up!
Hey, I see him! The guy's over here!
Don't you ever forget, Michael. You were always a mistake. I hope you realize why, out of my family, you were the one that shouldn't have lived. This is all your fault. Make it right.
As the moon rises, so also rises the tension between sworn lovers.
Clara, the baby isn't mine!
Glad you suck.
Wait, was that a vampire joke? That was so lame. Like I haven't heard it a million times.
Okay, how's this? I'm taking the car.
The joke's on you. It's a rental.
Well, the joke's on you. I set the thermostat to 90 when I left.
I like it warm.
Good, because I also set the house on fire.
How will it all end? The passion, the tension, the intrigue. Tune in tomorrow for the exciting conclusion.